In this video, we're going to talk about a stunning body of water right in the heart of Africa. It's a place that's both a source of life and, believe it or not, a ticking time bomb. We're talking about Lake Kivu. Okay, let's kick things off with our first section, Kivu, an African paradise. And honestly, when you first see it, it really does look like a tranquil paradise. It's this stunning inland sea, so vast it almost goes more like an ocean than a lake. So, where is this place? It's situated right in the African Rift Valley, and it stretches for nearly 100 kilometers along the border of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's a shared resource, and wow, a truly magnificent one at that. And you know what? It's a huge getaway destination. The whole area is just surrounded by these incredible terraced hills, covered in coffee and banana plantations, and its deep emerald waters. They're a total magnet for tourists and locals alike. People come for swimming, kayaking, and even hiking the legendary Congo Nile Trail. But this place is so much more than just a tourist spot. Let's really dig into the lake's immense scale. I mean, the numbers here are just staggering. I mean, look at this. Lake Kivu is enormous. It's the sixth largest lake in Africa by surface area and the third deepest. And get this, it holds a mind-boggling 560 cubic kilometers of freshwater. That is just an immense resource, all in one place. And those resources are absolutely vital. We're talking about supporting the lives and livelihoods of over 2 million people who live in its basin. From fishing to farming to tourism, this lake is really the economic and cultural heart of the entire region. But of course, with that many people, the lake faces some pretty big environmental challenges. Pollution is a major concern. You've got sediment from land erosion, untreated wastewater, agricultural runoff, all of it flowing into the water. And like so many places in the world, plastic waste from the growing cities along its shores is a really significant problem. But as serious as pollution is, it's not actually the lake's biggest threat. There's a far more explosive secret hiding in its deep emerald depths. And yeah, this is where the story takes a fascinating and maybe slightly terrifying turn. So, that brings us to the big question, right? What on earth makes this paradise so potentially dangerous? It's something you can't even see, but its potential impact? Well, it's catastrophic. Well, the answer lies in this rare and frankly terrifying geological phenomenon called a limnic eruption. The best way to think about it is like shaking a soda can and then popping the top, but on a massive, deadly scale. The lake could suddenly release a huge, suffocating cloud of gas that would be deadly to anyone in its path. See, because Lake Kivu sits in a volcanic region, its bottom layers are totally saturated with dissolved gas that seeps up from volcanic vents. This gas is then trapped by the intense pressure of all the water above it, just waiting for a trigger. And we're talking about a lot of gas. An estimated 300 cubic kilometers of carbon dioxide and another 60 cubic kilometers of methane. That is a highly volatile combination just waiting for something, like a major earthquake or a volcanic eruption to disturb those deep layers and set it off. And listen, this isn't just some wild theory. A similar event, though on a much smaller scale, happened at Lake Nos in Cameroon back in 1986. It released a gas cloud that silently killed over 1,700 people. The scale of the threat at Lake Kivu is just so much greater. But, despite this immense threat lurking below, life on the lake just continues. It has to. And it relies on the incredibly rich biodiversity that the lake supports. The ecosystem here is vibrant, it's unique, and it provides absolutely essential resources for all the local communities. I mean, this lake is just teeming with life. It's home to dozens of fish, bird, and mammal species. It's actually the largest local source of fish in all of Rwanda. And that includes the famous Sambaza sardine, which is a really vital food source that you can only find in these waters. And the human element here is just so fascinating. Every single night, fishermen head out in these traditional three-hulled boats, and they sing in a special language called Amashi. They do it to synchronize their movements as they cast their nets. It's a tradition that goes back for generations. Just incredible to think about. So that leads to a pretty obvious question. How do you manage a threat like this? Well, there's some amazing innovation. Engineers are actually harnessing this hidden power, turning that dangerous gas into a source of energy. The solution, believe it or not, is to carefully extract the methane gas. And this innovative approach is a total win-win. First, it reduces the risk of an eruption by lowering the gas concentration in the lake, and second, it provides a source of much needed clean energy for the entire region. There's actually a project called Kivu Watt that's already doing this. They use a massive floating barge to safely pump the gassy water up from the depths. Then they separate the methane and use it to generate electricity for the national grid. It's a really remarkable feat of engineering, turning a huge threat into a vital resource. So as you can see, Lake Kivu is truly a place of stunning contrasts. To round things off, let's look at 5 fun facts that really show off the unique and quirky side of this incredible lake. Alright, first up, it's considered one of Africa's safest lakes for swimming because there are no hippos or crocodiles. Next, you can actually spot the incredible sight of cows swimming between islands to find fresh grass. How cool is that? We've already talked about the singing fishermen, which is amazing, but the lake also sometimes naturally changes color to this milky turquoise because of a harmless thing called whitening. And finally, of course, it's one of only 3 known exploding lakes in the entire world. What a place, truly full of surprises. You know, Lake Kivu is just a perfect example of how communities can live right alongside and even harness the immense power of nature. And it leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. Can technology really turn our planet's biggest threats into our most sustainable assets? Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.